Hey guys, welcome to my top IPPONS video for the European Judo Championships. It's been a great one. Great day of techniques, not so much IPPONS, probably a lot more wazaris than IPPONS, but nonetheless they were really nice. Although this one, definitely an IPPON, incredible by Jalo, taking out casts like this. Let's have another look at it here. Just a beautiful combination, kochi, ouchi. Jalo does this a lot. He's kind of got a unique way of doing it, very explosive. This next one, a wazari, although just a sensational wazari in the final, taking out Grigolashvili like this, world champion. And this is a sensational win for Albarak. And also guys, before we get into all of the action, shout out to those supporting the channel, the members out there. Thank you very much to you guys. And we've got the Tokyo Grand Slam coming up soon. So if you want to catch all the action on JudoTV, there's a discount code in the description. And just lastly guys, I've had a lot of orders for the Kozakura judo gis that I'm distributing from Japan. Some great orders, and everything's kind of smoothed out. So if you'd like a gi before Christmas potentially, hit me up. The yen is relatively cheap right now, so it's not a bad time to get in and get a Kozakura gi. So there's a link for that in the description as well. So I did say that technique just by Albarak there, that Uchimata, that was a wazari. So there's quite a few of those wazaris that were just amazing that I thought I should really include in this video. Here's Stump getting taken out by a front Uchimata. This here, one of the highlights of the tournament. Maidov taking out Bekauri. And I did say this is one of Maidov's greatest achievements, and I did miss a few things like his bronze at the World Championships. But still, I mean, taking out Olympic champion at the finals of the European Championships, it's got to feel pretty special. Bekauri now. And he had a nice ouchi gari here. And you can see him hand on the belt, made that adjustment. Those Georgians like their hands on the belt, and that's a really nice adjustment. I do recommend you try it. Actually, some of the Japanese, they have adopted this technique. They like to do ouchigari like this as well. Abe, Nagase, and I'm sure there's some others as well. But it is a really nice variation of ouchigari, using the belt like that. This is Shrazdashvili vs Fonseca. And Shrazdashvili putting on the pressure, gets a cross grip, big hand over the back. And I think he would have felt pretty familiar here, being the taller fighter, having fought down at under 90s. So he's probably used to doing this kind of technique quite a lot. This one here, this is probably my ippon of the tournament. Just a huge okuri ashibarai. And really sweeps that back foot. Incredible. This is Picard from France, one of the young talents that France has at the moment. Beautiful drop down seoi nage. Watch what he does with the right arm, getting that elbow out of the way, creating space. Now this one here, a wazari, but still, I thought this was a great driving ouchigari by Torne. Is it Torne or is it Torn? Someone was telling me it's like tornado, so is it tornado, torn? I'm not too sure. Big pickup here, front Uchimata from Chopanov. And look at the lift, just incredible. Using the head, flinging backwards. Mark Velashvili, he's very disappointed about that because that was him getting eliminated from the European Championships. This here wasn't even a score because it had gone to Newaza, but I just had to include it. And we've got another angle for you guys. But Grigolashvili, actually, Chetty, another judo YouTuber, he told me yesterday that he went to some kind of seminar or training event where all the Georgians were there. And he got to do randori with Maizaradze and some of the others. There was Grigolashvili there and Bekauri, and he said that Grigolashvili was by far the strongest, kind of most physical of the Georgians. I mean, I'm sure they all have incredible strength, but And I have heard from some of the Japanese guys as well that Grigolashvili is just a monster in terms of strength, physical strength. And you really see that come out in his techniques. Not to say he's not technical, I do think he's got really nice technique, but he matches it well with his power. Now, I really like this kochi, it reminds me of Takato. Watch how he kind of skips around the corner and then jumps on the foot. It's a really nice way to do kochi gari. Takato does it very well. This is a great Hizaguruma taking out Shavdatuashvili. And look how low he gets with that supporting leg, his left leg. Really low and kind of like a half squat as he executes the technique. Gehi now. And also the gari with that kind of ippon seoi nage grip. Have a look at it again. I'm not too sure if I like these camera angles. I mean, it's nice to see different camera angles, but I really like to see, like in this situation, upper body and lower half. I really need to see what's happening down below with the legs as well as the top half. So, I mean, that's probably the bit. This is the best camera angle. See the action like this. And look at this for an uranage. Absorbs the uchimata and then gets really low. Beautiful stuff. And this is torn again with a great drop down seoi-nage. And watch how he just scoops that hand, that planted. I mean, they say don't put your hand on the mat, but all the top level guys are doing it. They know what they're doing. But the top level guys also know to scoop those supporting hands. And look at this massive makikomi by Giles. I mean, she landed right on her ribs. That's gotta hurt. That was an explosive technique. Speaking of explosive, I mean, how often do you see this these days? Back in the day, this was trademark judo. This was probably the most common sode. People doing it like this was amazing back then. But it's good to see. Don't see it too much these days, but it is still a technique that we see to this day. And look at the strength. And then gets the Taniotoshi. Look at that, just picks her up. Gets that leg behind. Drops it behind her. Beautiful stuff. Toth with a nice counter of his own here. Just gets behind his opponent and then goes low. Drives with it, doesn't give it up. And watch him absorb this technique. Blue goes in with the hips and he just stays behind him. Stays attached to those legs, really following all the way through. Now Coral, this is a really interesting seoi-nage. Not because of the angle. I mean, pulling someone onto you like this is very awkward, but going on the knee with the elbow. Seeing that a lot these days. Kanikovitsky gets the teguruma. It is teguruma, right? Ukiotoshi, maybe. Those two very similar. And that one was a bit awkward. And this surigoshi are just incredible. It doesn't get better than this. Absolutely perfect. Lift, control. Absolutely amazing. This, on the other hand, I think this was Bekuudi just very aware of what the rules are, and he knows exactly when it's his opportunity to score, and he's very good at that. Kotsuev now, and I'm sorry to put this amazing ippon 9 minutes into the video. One I did forget about. Look at that. I mean, Salamanzi had a great entry, but Kotsuev just picked him up and dumped him. Incredible. Salamanzi, I'm not sure if it might have been a little bit of confidence. He's been destroying everyone recently, and maybe he just got a little bit too overconfident there. This one, a wazari, but still a really nice ouchi gari. And I did say in my highlights it reminded me of Aaron Wolf. just the angle and the leg and the drive. That's a really nice way to do ouchi gari. I can't do ouchi gari like that, that's for sure. Oh, and by the way, I will throw an ippon or two of mine at the end of this video, why not? So, last one from Dicko here. And remember guys, if you like these kinds of videos, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot. So first, a bit of an ashibarai from me. Next up a tomoinage. And check out the uchimata to the right of me, have a look at it again. That guy there, he's got a beautiful uchimata. And lastly, my uchimata, I've been working on this, specifically the surite, just getting to the side of my opponents. I don't really have the leg flexibility to kind of blast through people, so I find this variation works better for me. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video, see you in the next one, peace.